this is like fuck part two, really, because
It really is.
I'm rarely sick. If I do, it's usually, a bit of a head cold or a chest cold that lasts about, anytime between, 5 days to, almost 2 weeks in times where I've, just I'm coughing a lot. Actually, I have a slight cough now, sore throat. But that's really nothing though. I don't really call that like being sick. I'm just like, man, I just feel like crap. I've got a cold. That's something different. Last Tuesday, I was going to bed and I was almost certain I was gonna be up all night throwing up. Like it
Jeez.
felt like I was about to have like I had food poisoning. I felt
Mm.
like uncomfortable, super bloat, like
I've
just
had food
bloated as
poisoning.
fuck.
It is not fun.
I have not, knock on wood, have not had food poisoning yet. And if I seriously thought I was about to, I went to bed, I had chills, I felt cramping. I was like, this is awful. And
You had
actually, I
cramps.
took the day off work on Wednesday, which I've rarely do take off work for being sick, but I was just so
I was
uncomfortable.
gonna say rarely for sickness, but like maybe a vacation once a
Yeah, I mean,
month.
I got vacation time though, so like I use that, but I also get like five sick days, and the last time I actually used a sick day was when I had fallen and I ruptured
And I
some
can't get up.
kidney cysts. Yes, I got up, but I also pissed blood afterwards, so that was not fun. But that was a year ago. But yeah, it took that Wednesday off work, and for the next couple days, I still didn't feel right. Like I would eat, and I felt instantly full. I ate like half of a taco last Friday, and I was like, I can't eat anymore. Like I just feel like shit. And I'm not gonna talk about what was going on in the other end of my digestive system, but it just was not pleasant. And I went to the doctor on this past Monday, and he was just like, "This is going around." And there was like a school that they actually canceled because a third of the students and the faculty were all out with this
Jeez.
this stomach bug. And it's man, it's just the fucking worst when you don't feel right. When you're just trying to live on your day, and like you're like, I haven't eaten anything in 2 days. I feel like I need to eat something, but it's just gonna I'm gonna be full, and whatever goes through is gonna go right through it.
The guy I work
And it's
with,
just,
go
ugh,
ahead.
I just think that's the worst, man. Being sick, I hate it when you're just not feeling like yourself. For
I
that
know
reason,
that.
just some outside illness. It's ugh. I'm glad it's over.
The guy I work with on overnights actually had like like a flu or something and came in. I was just like, don't touch me. Like I don't want to get sick. And I started popping Hall's Defense. And like the next day,
Yeah,
I was kind of feeling it, but it didn't happen. And yeah, yeah.
Paul's
Kind
defense and Purell
of,
just all
yeah.
fucking day.
Getting out of the house again, going to a work environment, running into like customers, guests, whatever you want to call them, things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I didn't get a flu shot this season. I'm still even thinking about it this late into the season.
Hmm.
Especially, dude, the fucking weather right now. Like people are
I was
talking about
outside most of the day yesterday, like
people
wearing a
are
t-shirt,
talking
jeans.
about getting Beachbody ready, and I'm just like, we're not done with February.
I
Like,
know.
Jesus. So, like, that's also definitely, that's actually even more of a reason to consider not. Or to consider getting a flu shot because more people
Yeah.
will be coming out and interacting with each other, and yet flu is still going around. So,
Not only that, but our bodies get acclimated to being inside, in the wintertime. And then when it's nice out, we all go outside, and it's just like that kind of brings out the sickness. And then like when it's warm out, your body
it
again
brings out the sickness because people
acclimates.
don't actually just prepare for the
Yeah.
weather, and they get
Right.
sick and then they share it.
Hmm.
Uh, like, what was a good example? So, like, I've actually been really good about not getting sick for the past 4 years, even though I've
Uh-huh.
been mostly a homebody. Even though I, would run into my parents when they're sick, or just run into other people in the hospital while they're sneezing and coughing. So, like, I guess that might suggest something about like maybe you don't really need to like go outside and be social to feel healthy.
Yeah.
Anyway, beyond that, I actually did read recently that like the CDC has started to have these cases of people dying from a superbug that's going around.
Yeah.
So it
There've been
actually,
some
yeah.
So there've been some kids that I know from at least in the Toledo area where I'm from. My mom was telling me that like some kids have died like from flu-like symptoms, and yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, basically,
And
they're like none of the antibiotics can kill them
mhm.
that we have right now, and there is a limitation to how much antibiotics we're actually capable of making. However, there
Hmm.
is no limitation known that can. Sorry.
Yes.
Um, I just got a text from a number I don't know, and like they're
What the
dropping
fuck is this?
names, and yeah. Uh, words. So yeah, like I guess in my mind, like using Purell more at work, and
Hmm.
I've definitely been very mindful of that. Just like some bacteria is still good, so like keep
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
immune system up. Don't use Purell so much. Like wash your hands instead. Take the time to go to the bathroom. Use the soap
Hmm.
instead, or just run under some hot water. Both are actually very useful options.
Yeah, very
And
effective.
yeah, like superbugs are definitely a very scary thing. I was actually reading also. Bill Gates, would believe it or
Hmm.
not.
He's very involved in healthcare. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
So
he's
so
not
you were
like
you,
a
you
health
heard about
person,
this
but
too?
I just hear Bill Gates' name a lot. Like he's donated billions of dollars towards certain health
He
benefits.
he actually gave a speech like either just this weekend or just last night or just
Hmm.
yesterday about um about I have a hair on my new 4K monitor. Um, uh, about how basically with genetic engineering, it is
Hmm.
possible that terrorists could very well genetically engineer superbugs, um,
I
and and
glanced at that.
and plant them and release them simultaneously across the world. And like he has like all kinds of data on this shit, and it's amazing. This guy who just wanted to do things with computers is now like
Hmm.
almost kind of leading the charge in combating
Yeah.
superbugs.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
donated lots to like AIDS foundations, and cures for that. Like it's insane, like the amount of money that the Gates Foundation has actually poured into certain healthcare industries. I can't quote anything right now, but I was actually at trivia a while ago, and they were saying he has donated the most out of like any kind of billionaires, towards like these good causes, which is awesome. Just a little, and here's a little tidbit. Actually, two things. One, I've actually never had a flu shot ever.
I think
Weird.
I only just got my first one 2 years ago, and then I got
Hmm.
another one the year
And
following.
yeah, and yeah, 'cause my nieces are always sick a lot, and my sister's getting them flu shots. I'm like, Mom, when's have I ever had a flu shot? And because I've almost never had the flu either, and I think she told me that one time, like when I was super young, I had a flu, but still never had a flu shot. And also here's tidbit fun information number two is that
No one
um,
cares.
I know, right? I just find certain things interesting.
No, it's interesting.
The like flu shots is basically the CDC trying to predict how the flu virus is going to evolve, and they're trying to stop it that way because it's always evolving. So basically, every
A
year
flu
it's
shot is
not the
basically
same
dead
flu.
virus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's not the same flu every year. So I think that's kind of crazy that they're like, all right, what do we think it's going to evolve into
meta.
next year, and how we're going to stop it? I don't know, kind of cool
No, yeah,
that they,
definitely.
science rules just like technology.
Well, yeah, we just have to be careful, and I guess a theme of this show lately is kind of circling back to self-awareness. Being aware of your health and how you're interacting
Hmm.
with things like your bacteria cleansers. You're just staying cleanly, how cleanly you're
Hmm.
staying, shit like that. So, Mark, let's go ahead and keep rolling through this.